Luke, so welcome to the club first and foremost. What are your thoughts after signing for us today?
Yeah, absolutely delighted. Obviously the conversations with the gaffer have gone on for a few weeks, but really excited to get it over the line. Yeah, he was a major reason that I signed here, and yeah, can't wait to get going.
You've predominantly played your football in the London and Essex region. What's made you make the change to Weston?
Well, I was born in Weston originally. My mum and dad live here. My auntie, my uncle, my cousin, my nan. So we've relocated closer to the family. You know, I was having conversations with a few clubs, but like I said, there was a major appeal to be here, and yeah, really excited to be here.
You started out with the Manchester City Academy. How big were they in your development as a young player?
Yeah, absolutely massive. I mean, I was there from 7 to 18. I experienced playing against the best academies in the world. Played in the Under-19 Champions League, and had some of the best coaches at that time. So it was huge development for me, and something that I'd like to think that I've kind of taken with me, all those little bits of tactical and technical advice throughout my career, and they've helped kind of shape my career to where I am now.
After Manchester, you then moved across to America, even if it was just for a couple of months. How big of a change was that for you as well?
Yeah, massive. I've always been quite academic, and I felt that my studies were and carrying on in education was important, and I decided to make that move. There was still some interest with clubs back here, primarily Stoke and Cardiff, and I made the decision to come back home pretty early on and sign for Cardiff, which was I do believe was the best decision at the time.
And then you did play for Cardiff, you played one game for them, but how were they in terms of you finding your feet in the English game as well?
Yeah, huge. I mean, again, that was primarily under-21s football, which I know has changed a lot over the years. But again, a massive development curve for me, because the Cardiff system at the time allowed a lot of first-team players to play. So I was playing with a variety of first-team players and training with them at the same time. And it was amazing to obviously make my debut in the FA Cup, albeit it was a defeat to Macclesfield.
And then you moved on to Oxford City. You started as a right back with them, then you moved to the wing. What was that positional change like for you in your career?
Yeah, Oxford City was great for me because, again, I dropped down levels and I started in the conference, the North as it was. They just filled me with confidence that I should be playing further forward and be more of an attacking threat. So the following season in the National League South, actually my first taste of that, obviously did so well within a few months that Eastleigh decided to buy me for the National League. So yeah, just really enjoyed it and carried on from there.
You've then gone on to play in the National League for a number of seasons before moving back to the National League South with Dartford. Where do you feel you're at in your career now as a player?
I just think I've still got loads to give, to be honest. I feel great. I played 52 games last year for Dartford. I played 94 games in the last 2 seasons, so physically I feel great. And I'm still contributing a lot in regards to goals and assists. So yeah, I just feel really confident about my own game and my own ability, and I'm looking forward to kicking on again.
You were Dartford's captain last season. Do you feel like you bring that leadership role into Weston as well?
Yeah, definitely. It was my first captaincy role, and granted, it was the season didn't end the way we wanted to, but I learned so much about myself as a person, as a leader, as how different people need to be, spoken to or guided. And I definitely didn't get things right at times, but that's all part of learning on a journey. So I think that's definitely helped me, and I've just turned 30 years old, so still plenty to learn.
For the fans who may not know a bit about you as a player, how would you describe yourself?
Oh, tricky one. Yeah, I mean, I like to create. That's the aim of my game. I've always been a guy that assists more than scores, but I just like to dominate the ball. I like to be on the ball at all times. I like to go looking for the ball, and I just like to be a key part of everything that happens. But as long as the team wins, that's the most important thing.
You played against Weston twice last season. You were outstanding in both games. How much are you looking forward to playing the way that Weston play, with get your foot on the ball, dominant possession, great chances?
Again, that was another major reason for signing. I know we won 4-2 at Dartford, but we were 2-1 down at half time, and you guys missed a penalty that game. And I was really impressed with the way you played. Really impressed. You know, running around the pitch, you know, getting dominated without the ball, and I was thinking, you know, that wouldn't be a bad team to play for. Didn't know, obviously, later on that year that it would happen. But yeah, no, it's a massive reason for being here. And like I said, the gaffer painted a clear picture to me about how I could help the team and what he wanted, and that's why I'm here.
Now moving on to individual targets for a new season. Have you set yourself any goals in your mind?
To be honest, I always, I'm a bit of a stat guy, so I like to record everything that goes on in my career. I set myself some individual targets for goals and assists and games played, and I get my dad and my brothers to do the same for me, so that's always fun. But no, I've got to keep them to myself for now until I see how the season plays out.
Now, is there finally anything you want to say to the fans after you've officially signed for the club?
No, just that I'm delighted to be here, and you know, I'll give everything for the club, and I just can't wait to get started. I think, like I said, being the captain of a relegated team last year was really hard for me, and something that hurt my pride a little bit. And I really want to kind of set the record straight for myself. So yeah, like I said, I'll be giving everything to the badge, and can't wait to get started.
Thanks, Luke.
No worries.